gonna delete it. Oh, the event. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just so bizarre. Okay, well, it looks like I can just go live on YouTube and Twitch now. Yeah, that was really weird. Yeah, my streams weren't going live. Restream changed their entire user interface. Like they changed everything. I'm like, why? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's kind of frustrating. It was really intuitive before. Like, really intuitive. And it's like they just changed it so you have to make a new event every single stream. I don't know if that's the case. It's like you can make multiple different types of streams, I think, and then you can just switch back and forth, but it's like not very intuitive at all. Oh god. Yeah, let me restart Restream chat. See. Yeah, it's not working. To activate chat, please enable channels here. Like, what the fuck is going on? I have no idea what's going on. Stream's working. Connection's excellent. Check the stream on your social platforms. YouTube and Twitch. Something went wrong. Try reloading the page. Yeah, just keep spamming that. Connecting to your channel. Do I have to reconnect all my channels? That doesn't seem right. Oh, I need to put relay mode on, that's why. Maybe. Fuck. I don't know what's going on with Restream, why they're doing this shit. It was working perfectly before. I don't know why they had to change it. Oh fuck, I just spilled water on myself. Yeah, I'm having technical issues with the Restream chat. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh well. I only have... I basically squandered my entire Mark of the Wild. I randomly got a Mark of the Wild, and I should have been taking advantage of it. Oh well, it's not like the end of the world. Instantly overpower the enemy, causing weapon damage +5. Only usable after the target dodges. The overpower cannot be blocked, dodged, or parried. Yeah, so basically... You know, sometimes things feel like my life is just never gonna, like, get out of where it is. It's just, sometimes life feels hopeless, but it's not. I got a lot going for me. And it's really, really hard. It's really easy to just believe your own bullshit. But it's not true. Like, I am doing, like, a lot, and everybody on my team assures me that I'm doing everything I should be doing. Like, yeah, there's things I could improve on, but they're not, like, game-changing. And you know what? Today, I literally cleaned the floor in my room. Like, I had a bunch of garbage. All, when I say garbage, it's just, you know, baby wipes. Or, like, you know, feminine hygiene. And they're just, like, piled up. If a guy lived here, people would be very sussed. It would, it's like, if it's like piles of tissue. It's not tissue, it's like baby wipes, unscented baby wipes. To keep myself clean. Restream chat is just fucked. I don't know what is going on with Restream. Oh, what did I get? Vendors for 6 silver, nice. Oh shit. Okay, I gotta kill it. I need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, running would have killed me. That was actually really close. That was fucked. A defensive stance not gonna be super useful these lower levels, unless I'm AoE tanking. It's gonna be better to stay on arms. Or battle stance, I mean. I have to remember like who I am and what I stand for, because people are going to try to determine who I should be and what I should be and the things I should stand for. And now in today's world more than ever, it's really important to stand strong for who you are, because people are going to want you to be different. People are going to want you to like conform to who they want you to be, and especially you got to be careful, because the market is so easy to think that like just because something's popular that makes it right, but it's not the case. The market decides. Well, the market doesn't can decide many things. I feel like people go with what's easy rather than what they know is right. And just because something's unpopular in some circles, it doesn't mean it's completely like invalid. And it just means I have a job to do. I need to figure out like how to market myself as a whole. I think I have a pretty good idea, but it's just things are really hard for me right now, and I've talked about it a lot, and I don't like to complain. I don't like to whine. I really want to take responsibility for my own actions and like what I could be doing. I need the raptors. I'm just gonna keep killing these anyway. They're good XP. And they don't aggro, so and they don't link, or they don't add or whatever. Oh, I still need the beaks. Oh, never mind. The plain striders are the ones I need. I was looking at the zebras or whatever. Yeah, the zebras are different than these, the ostrich things. Okay, well now Restream seems to be working. I don't know what was going on. I guess my Facebook needs more followers before it can go live now. Like, ridiculous. It's probably for the best. Honestly, like... my Facebook is mostly for people in my personal life. And I don't even use Facebook that often to begin with. But you know, that's my like Facebook like business page. But mostly like like people weren't showing up there anyway, so it's probably for the best. You know, maybe in the future I could be, you know, adding back in Facebook Live. Yeah, and the people in my personal life are like absolutely like not involved in anything remotely, like barely even on social media to begin with. I feel like Facebook is more of like a I'm really divorced from Facebook. the past several years. I started going into like Twitch and YouTube and like Twitter and all that shit. I really don't like what's going on with Twitter, because it's like Elon Musk, is going like X pathway, but at the same time, it's like he basically just commandeered it, because Twitter doesn't really belong to any single person. It's supposed to be a town hall, which is his own words. And so, people on the left and the right and neutral people all use Twitter. And so it's like, you can't just say I don't use Twitter because I don't support Elon Musk. That's the fucked up part, because I don't support Elon Musk at all. He's like MAGA. He's extremely transphobic. He doesn't even recognize his own daughter as a woman. It's like, just really scary times ahead of us, man. Really scary times. And it's like, people just want to make it this whole football game, it seems. They're like, yeah, we won. It's like, well, why do you feel so good about trampling on real people and their lives? And it's like, people's real lives are affected by these like politicians. Their actual lived experiences. These are people in your family. These are people you care about. Just because you think something is wrong doesn't make it wrong. Trans medicine is proven medicine. And it's just frustrating when you are a trans person. And even though I'm one of the lucky ones who is post-op, it still deeply affects me. Because it's just the general vibe of, especially if I go outside of California or any other blue state. But I think it's just mostly ignorance, because I feel like apparently like the data shows the most searched term, I think like last week at one point after the election results, were how do I change my vote? Because people don't know what they're voting for. And that's like a real huge failure on the Democrat side, that the messaging wasn't like about like trying to show people exactly what they're voting for. Instead, it just became this huge confusing like normal bullshit that the left does. It should have just been very clear, like, hey, this is what Trump wants from you. This is what's going to happen. All these things he's been telling you, he's relying on your ignorance. And it's like most people are going to change their mind if they're shown reality. And that's like what I need to remember, is because no matter how much like stuff will look bad, the vast majority of Americans are supportive. It's, and not even just of like trans people. Yeah, there's always going to be there's always going to be like 20%, 30% or whatever of people who are against certain like things, like just full stop. Like there's people who just will never accept like reproductive medicine, for example. Like they're against abortion in every case. And it's like, it shouldn't be like up to politicians. And I don't know, I'm just tired of talking about this. I'm tired of hearing about it. But it's like, it's not like, oh, it's just politics, just ignore it. It's not when it's like part of your reality that you have to live with. I feel like politics is hitting such a point now where it's no longer a luxury to avoid. Like it's no longer really an option. It's like, it's an existential threat. And it's hard for people to like even feel, I mean, it's hard for me to feel like there's even any real hope for me. How am I supposed to succeed in this world? There's people who don't even recognize my gender. How am I supposed to make it as a content creator? How am I supposed to make it anywhere? And it's so easy to give up hope, and I can't. I don't have a choice. I really want to live a life worth living. Not just surviving, but thriving. And it's really scary, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm not a super like influential person. I'm not like a politician. I'm not very I don't have any power. And it's really scary right now. And there's people out there that just want to like hurt me. Kick me while I'm down because they're happy. Like they're happy that like people's basic like human rights are being violated. Because I exist no matter, like, what people want to believe. It's not something, like, it's reality. And you know, like, this is where it's, like, it's really tough. And I don't know how to get away from it. I feel like there's just no escape. And it's terrifying. But I'm sure everything will be fine for me personally. I just need to keep up hope and not give up. Like me personally, I've already had my surgeries. I'm not having those under threat anymore. That's what, thank God. I was so terrified. The longer my surgery kept getting delayed, the more terrified I was becoming. Because I'm like, what if Trump makes it, like, gets rid of the hospitals? You know, like, takes away their funding, and the hospitals no longer perform the surgeries. What if that happened? And that's what he's threatening to do. This isn't even like a fear that's it's like based in reality. And it's like, I don't know how I would have made it. But people don't care about me. People don't care about that. I'm the person that's life is directly affected by their opinions. Because they think having the freedom to have opinions is more important than the actual lived experiences of people. They're like, oh, you know, people should be able to say what they want to say. It's like, okay, you know, but if you allow people like Hitler to have free speech, he rallies a cause behind him and direct damage happens to people. You know, certain speech is very dangerous. And it's not that you, it's like it's really difficult to differentiate suppressed speech and, you know, like dangerous speech or whatever. Like speech that is just actually like someone's opinion. It's really hard sometimes. People are just like absolute free speech. And it's like, you know, this is kind of where I have a problem with Asmongold. He just wants absolute free speech, no matter what. And it's like, well, I don't like suppressing speech either, because it would affect me. But I think there's a line you have to draw. If people are rallying people to cause violence, that is hate speech. It's a crime. And it's like, it's a little bit more complicated when you get into like speech about like especially about like trans people. Because it's like, well, if people are allowed to openly just question my existence, I have to live in public where people will not even recognize my gender, and I have to constantly be like fighting just for my basic existence. Like that is not like a liberty. That is not life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Like, I fought really hard. Oh, I don't like the emote sounds. I don't know, dialogue's fine. Yeah, basically I just got a bunch of Baron's quests. Bad haircut is gonna help me. Yeah, it looks like the Barons, Bad Haircut was telling me that, like, go to the Barons. But, like, things have been pretty cool here. Lots of, wide open spaces for, and like, good quests. Nice, Mario has reached level 60. Sorry, it's just like this has been like, I hate talking about political issues. It's like right now it's going to be really hard to avoid. But I'm going to be okay. I don't want anybody thinking that things are hopeless. I'm one of the lucky ones, like I said. It's up to me to just not give up hope, because other people need me to be strong right now. Because they don't have what I have. And I need to show people that that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that this healthcare is life-saving. It's now important for me more than ever to be happy. As like just be happy, just be. It's like, yeah, like that's somehow something that can just magically happen, just because you say it to. But it's more important now more than ever for me to show people that there's light at the end of the tunnel, because they need me, because they don't have the kind of, they don't have what I have. There's a lot more raptors over here. Try to stick to the roads. You mean greens? Oh, I'm out of buff food. Yeah, I mean, I can't really go self-found. It's already hard enough for me just to play with the auction house. Like, I'm not a super crazy long... Like, I'm not a veteran of hardcore. I'm a beginner to hardcore. I'm a beginner to WoW, period. Really. Oh, the music really matches the African plains of... Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Nutsacker? What the fuck? Fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck. Well, I think we're gonna die. Oh no! Well. Well. Oh no. Well, we fucked around and found out. Oh man. We fucked around and found out. Oh god. Damn. Yeah. Might want to go mage. But I don't know, priest is good. Oh well. Rip. Okay. Healer or mage? That's the question. I mean, priest or mage? I kind of want to go with priest. Having a healer, really good. Oh, fuck. Every single time it resets. Okay. Yeah, Warrior's really hard. Like, that was really crazy. I got the level 14 though. And I feel like next time I play Warrior, I can do better. Yeah, it's the hardest class of the game. Definitely. Now I'm Priest, so, and he's Warlock. Well, she's Warlock. So, probably gonna be a little bit better. Oh, not set to auto loot. Oh, and my nameplates. Ugh. Yeah, it's like I set to a default profile and yet still LBY just does not want to. I mean, to be fair, most of the time I mean, that only affects like hardcore when you re-roll characters. Gotta get the mindless zombies. Last one. Okay, so here we go. Nameplates. Oh wait. Profiles. There's oh. Nice. Units. Friendly players, minions. There we go. Okay, there. Well, I also need to set up the minion nameplate or whatever. Can't do it right now. I mean, it's too early. I mean, it's so early, it doesn't matter, so. Nice. And I also think like having the nameplates, like I need to change the settings, and I need to add the minion name, not the nameplates, but the unit bar or whatever, so I can see the like, you know, minions' health without clicking on them. Oh, and also take away the transparency. Yeah, that's. You mangy dusk bat? Okay, we still need the scavenger paws. Need to fix this. Nameplates. General. Let's see. Yep, change overlap. 0.3. Show name. We should put names. Yeah. There we go. You've been spending a lot of time on Twitch recently? Yeah, sorry, my chat isn't working. See, like, Restream has been really weird lately. I don't know what's going on with it. Really frustrating me. I still think I need to fix nameplates. Yeah, also like the nameplate distance. That's like a thing. Because it's like it doesn't show it from far enough away. And why are they still fading? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Also like data texts, data bars, let's see. Unit frames, there it is. Pets. Here we go. Get. Pet group. There we go. Oh. Oh, I think I disabled. Yeah, something is really fucked up. What the fuck? Hey, what's up, lucky to be alive? I live in a dorm? No. I live in a trailer. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm working on it. I got some assistance. Enable. There we go. Hey, Lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky too. I was talking about earlier, so I got like a little bit focused on the game stuff. Because even though all the turmoil is going on with the presidency stuff going on and the Project 2025, I got all my surgeries already. So it's like, nameplates I got, player table. And then what was, did I not have? Okay, oh wait, I think it's profiles. No, I don't. Yeah, no. No nameplates. Titles, there we go. Let's increase the font size. There we go. Is there like a distance? I don't think there's a difference. I mean distance. Visibility? Yeah, listen. Okay, it's fine now. Won't get Gestapo'd. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know anymore. I don't think that can happen, but you never know anymore. It's really scary times. I'm in California, and a lot of the states near me are very blue. Might even be better now. You know, with the way every election things can change, and maybe it's even more progressive now in the blue states. And honestly, even the red states probably have some more. I did hear like some senators flipped from red to blue instead of being like super, you know, Trump's pocket. Luckily, we don't live in a monarchy or whatever. Oh, that title for Bad Haircuts Minion. I need to change that. Or maybe not, who knows? Well, keeping my head down is not really an option. You know, it's like I have to pursue a career. I can't just I can't just stay in poverty the rest of my life. I have to build a career of some sort. And in order to do so, and also it's like, I shouldn't have to hide. That's not what America's about. Okay, like America is about the life and pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, and yeah, I mean, everybody has predictions, of course. You know, it's just how things are really uncertain times right now, but we have to keep ourselves positive. I mean, you're not even in this country, so it's like you have an outside perspective. Which is sometimes really useful. But at the same time, it's like if we start going into speculations and all that kind of stuff, it's a really slippery slope. Okay, now it's deciding to work. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Restream. Yeah, why is it still fading? Like the alpha fading. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, well, I'm in California, and I don't know. I think maybe things will work out for me eventually. It's just I've had surgery. Okay, like oh fuck. Oh god, I don't have enough copper. Need 5 more copper. I need to sell some mushrooms. I mean, relatable, right? Sometimes you just gotta sell some mushrooms just to buy some spells. I gave me 6 copper, so I'm 1 copper over what I need. I can just get my spell. And I forgot Power Ward. I forgot to put it on my spell. Well, prayer doesn't have to be religious for it to be prayer. I feel like everybody can pray. It's a thing that, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I'm just like tinkering around too much. Where? Yeah, I'm not used to going at other people's pace. It's like I usually just take my time. What option are you trying to fix? Oh, I'm trying to like... There's just like nameplate issues, and it's just, it just takes more tinkering, because it's like for some reason, maybe I just need to reload. For some reason it's still doing alpha fading, even though I turned off alpha fading. Maybe reloading it works. Oh, and I also need to update my add-ons, period. Like, Questy is outdated. I don't think it matters too much for hardcore. I think that's more for Season of Discovery. You know, like, customization of, like, my nameplates and stuff, that's not, like, the end of the world. It's just really annoying when it's, like... Why does it wait until I'm, like, super close? Like, why can't I change the distance that it shows? I don't know if that's possible. But like the fact that it's like fading like that. I turned off alpha fading. It should always show. Vessel Gamer. Yeah, hoping somebody will be alright. I mean, it's not like even like religious to like think about people. And like, I mean, that's really what, at least to me, that's what prayer is. It's not even about like religion. Aw, well thank you, Mux, but you know, you gotta take care of yourself and your family, so... Your loved ones and all that. Oh, yeah, sometimes I get so focused on negative things. It's really something I'm trying to work on. It's like I keep forgetting like how much of an impact I can have on an individual level. And sometimes it's like, and people in my personal life as well, like I don't even know the impact I'm having on like my classmates. People have told me in the class they really like me even when I'm like having scary moments, because I've had scary moments. Maybe they're just more tolerant of like people with disabilities than I'm used to. I'm kind of used to like people getting scared, or at least feeling like people are getting scared. People seem to still be really supportive of me even after I've had a few meltdowns in class. And it's embarrassing because I don't want to have meltdowns in public. It's really embarrassing. But I can't like always be masking. It's really like really frustrating because it's like I don't want to be crying. I don't want to be like upset, especially in public. But it happens, and people have still stood by me and they say I'm very inspiring, and it's like I don't really feel like I'm very inspiring. I have to bury the remains. I wonder if, like, if you're in a party, it just completes it for both. Yeah, I guess you only need... So I can drop that item. It's like still fading out. Really frustrating. Oh, is it only when I target something else? That's actually kind of useful, I guess. Okay, so it's only when I'm targeting something. I'm studying? Oh, I'm taking an acting class, yeah. It's mostly... Yeah, I'm studying acting, but more than that, it's just being around people. Making friends. Hopefully. I mean, people say that they like me, but... It's also like... I'm trying to be realistic. I mean, I did just meet these people in class. And, you know, maybe, you know... They are, like, in their 20s. Like younger, like 18 to 20 somethings. So it's like I'm trying to be like more, you know, I have to be the adult, you know, but I do have like deficits with social cognition in a lot of these ways. In a lot of ways, even these like 18 to 20 somethings are more socially aware, like they're more trained with social cognition than I am. And so it's like I have to like realize, you know, even people who are like 18, 19, 20 are like more developed than me in some ways. I'm more developed in them with like life experience, but life experience as like an autistic person, and I have to like unlearn things and all sorts of stuff. Your brother was an acting teacher? Wow. And I do want to continue with acting and dance. And hopefully I can get back into music. I know we've talked about music before, and for a while, you know, I'm really glad. I was really not in a good place when you first came into my stream, and I know you had to kind of like, you know, go your separate way for a while. I really apologize for that. I think things are better now. I hope so. Oh my god. Yeah, I had to escape into Albania from Israel. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on in the world. That's why I'm trying to keep up hope. Because no matter how bad things seem, it's like there are things going on in the world, like with Israel and Palestine and Ukraine and Russia and all the sorts of bullshit going on in the world. And places in like piracy in like the African coast and all that kind of stuff. Especially in like, what is it, Somalia and stuff like that. So at least we still have, I mean, democracy is always under threat, and it could get really scary over the next 4 years. I'm really scared. But it's kind of a dose of reality. Like, that's just kind of the nature of the world as it is, and I guess the United States is just now entering into that reality. It's been like that for, like, in a lot of countries across the world for a long time. Doesn't mean it's okay, but it's like I feel like we've been kind of sheltered for a while. Petrified? I don't know. But you know, I made, I feel like really frozen with like a lot of things. It's just everything combined together. No, I don't think it's any single thing. But like everything combined together going on, making me feel really frozen. But I cleaned up my floor today. I like took out all the, there was a bunch of garbage in my garbage can that was overflowing, with a whole bunch of, and you know, if I was a dude, this would be pretty sus, but I'm not a dude. But it was, I have these, baby wipes, you know, like unscented baby wipes. I keep myself like hygienic and stuff like that. Like, I'm really kind of obsessed with hygiene, especially after bottom surgery. And they were just piled up on, like, overflowing my garbage can and on the floor. And I didn't clean up my whole room, but you don't have to complete everything to make progress. And I think it's like, if you just keep procrastinating because, oh, well, I can't do the whole thing, so I may as well not do it. And it's like, no, like, I can like just do one thing and it's a huge amount of progress. It's one thing that wasn't done before that now is. And it's like I threw away all the, you know, all the tissues. But I swear they're not cum rags. Well, maybe some of them. But not like the, not, you know, not like a dude's cum rags, okay? Haven't had that issue in years, especially after orchiectomy. But like, when you're on HRT for a couple of years, you stop creating sperm, and so your semen gets like really clear, and you don't really make it as much when you orgasm. A little bit of an educational moment here. It's a lot better now. I don't make a big of a mess as when I was a dude. But I do have to keep, you know, but it's a trade-off because I do have to keep my my lady parts clean, or I get really bad odors and possibly infections. So, you know, it's a trade-off. But I'm doing pretty good with hygiene. I feel like I'm doing better than my doctors anticipated. I don't want to like speak bad about other people, but I feel like a lot of people, like my doctors were kind of impressed like with everything so far. Like they've been impressed with how like diligent I've been with like hygiene and with like my doctor was like really impressed with when he inspected me like last month or so. Oops. Oh, I could have just sold it. Oh, it was like 1 copper. Yeah, we gotta go do this, the red messenger. You got chronic fatigue? Yeah, I think there's a lot of things going into it. That sucks that you got chronic fatigue. I've been having that too. I think a lot of it is like, I'm not recognizing the full weight of the autistic burnout that has happened from finally getting past that 5-year surgery process. I put myself through a significant amount of stress. And I feel like I'm just not fully recognizing the weight of it. ME and CFS. Yeah, well, get you can get on Amazon. I don't know if they can, you can get unscented baby wipes for pretty cheap, like if you buy them in bulk. Unscented baby wipes have been life-changing for me. Like, I started getting them and preparing for surgery, and ever since then, it's like you can never go back. Because it's like you can just like clean your face or clean your armpits or clean, like, at any moment. Just make sure to throw them away and keep that clean, because otherwise don't let them pile up like I did and then they're all over the floor. Yeah, that's don't do that. Yeah, because like you can just like, even if you can't get out of bed, you can like wipe all your crevices. And the thing is like, it would be obviously better if you can shower regularly, but like the things that you really need to keep clean are your like your crotch, your armpits, and like your face. Like, like your crotch, your ass. And as long as you're like keeping those really clean, you don't really need to clean much else. You should, but like as far as like bare minimum, your face, your armpits, like in order of priority, your ass, your crotch, and your armpits, like your genitals, like your ass, your genitals, your armpits, and your face. If your face gets super oily and dirt, like you'll get like breakouts and stuff. It's like, but you could also like wipe off your arms. You can wipe your leg. Like you can actually give yourself a full shower. I mean, really. Does that not dry the heck out of your skin? Well, it's like they're unscented baby wipes. It has like, it actually moisturizes your skin. If you shower too much, it'll dry out your skin. Yeah. You shouldn't really shower every day. That's why I use the baby wipes. And also you should get some aloe vera, and it locks in moisture and heals and repairs your skin. And it also kind of cleans you, because the vitamin E will like it does something like when you I guess like something like that. Yeah, I'm just feeling really distracted right now. It's like, you know, I enjoy streaming, having this place to talk, and yeah, this has been Rebecca's Hygiene Corner. Yeah, I mean, it's been working for me, and you know, I'm also like, you know, my surgeon inspected my vagina, and I must be doing something really right, because he was like, everything is super healthy. You've recovered insanely well. Like everything's all pink. I'm taking care of good hygiene. I have to douche once a week with some water and vinegar. And I also periodically use medical grade honey, because that's good for keeping things hygienic. It prevents bacteria from like growing in. But I'm doing a pretty damn good job. There's worse things to be hyper focused on, but I'm like extremely hyper focused on like my hygiene, my vaginal hygiene. Yeah, I gotta get level 7 to use that. A long time ago that you disliked Becca? Yeah, I usually go by Becca for nowadays. I mean, I generally go by Rebecca, but Rebecca is my Alliance characters' names. And so I'm going by Becca mostly, like on, well, and also on Discord, I go by Becca. And I didn't like necessarily dislike Becca. I think it's just like since I had changed my name, I'm a lot more used to my name now, and so it's like it was a little confusing to like have too many different nicknames. So like when people would call me Becca, I'm like, it's Rebecca, like, but I generally go by Rebecca. Like that's me. I think sometimes some women don't really like it, but I think it's like kind of like elegant. But Becca is also like really, really pretty. So it's like, I mean, there's a reason I chose my own name. Rebecca to the Alliance, and I'm Becca to the Horde. Becky only among the dwarves, and Beck to the Protoss. I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't go by Bex. That's about it. Feels like every time somebody has called me Bex, it's been like a dude. And it almost feels, I don't think this is the case, but it almost feels like demeaning whenever I've heard anybody refer to me as Bex. It's like they're trying to masculinize my name or something. Maybe I'm just reading into it, but that's what it feels like. I'd like to get to level 7. Among the elves, I am known as Mamaril, the Tit Bringer. Oh yeah, Phoebes. Yeah, that's a fun nickname. Obviously, nicknames are only really, it's a case by case basis for people, and some people are okay with certain nicknames and other people aren't. I feel like in the end of the day, no matter who you are, like, you know, it's just try to, like, you know how to read the room. Like, not everybody is going to be receptive to every single type of thing. Just in general, I hate it when you breathe in your own spit and then you're gonna die. I just like it when people are like, oh, but I call all my friends that or whatever. And it's like, dude, like, I understand that. And I'm not going to get super defensive or whatever, or super aggressive about, you know, when people do stuff like that. But I really feel it's like if somebody's going to be uncomfortable with something, like, you should usually just respect the individual. Like, oh. Gotta get the gloomweed. Oh, that's not gloomweed. Yeah, boundary setting. I feel like that's just, if you're, you know, regardless of whatever your opinions are, I feel like in the end of the day, on a personal level, you should always try to respect somebody's, like, boundaries. Obviously, if those boundaries are, like, certain things, like, I don't respect your gender, well, then it's like, well, I don't respect your opinion. I can't. Like, my entire identity hinges on having basic recognition. So it's like, we're not going to really have a good time if somebody isn't going to fundamentally respect my, like, even just my pronouns, like, even. It's just strange. It's a really weird, bad vibe. And it's just like, it's gotten to the point now where it's like, I'm apparently really passing as female. And so if people are going to be really weirdly misgendering me, like, I feel like it's just most normal people are going to be, like, really weirded out by that behavior. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't even think most people would assume I'm trans. And, like, if I was out in public and somebody started, like, misgendering me, it would be just as weird as if they misgendered, like, someone assigned female at birth. Like, that's just weird and rude. It's like, and I think, you know, don't get me wrong, I think it's wrong when you treat people that way, regardless of whether they're, you know, men or women. Generally, it's like people treat women that way, but people treat men that way all the time. They're like, oh, you're not manly enough. You don't, look at your beard. It's, like, barely even, like, it looked like, you know, a cat can scratch your beard off. And, like people will harass men all the time for, like, not being what they consider to be manly enough. And this isn't even about trans people. This is just the difference between, like, you know, gendered sexual characteristics, like body hair or, you know, facial structure or muscles. Muscles are generally not even, like, insanely related to, like, you know, gendered characteristics. Like, obviously, like, I mean, like, women can become very muscular. There is a certain type of body build that, like, people who are, you know, have gone through male puberty or female puberty will end up having. And then also HRT will change the distribution of fat, and the ability to, like, build muscle mass will change. Your skeletal bone density changes on HRT for estrogen and stuff like that. Like, there's all sorts of body changes that can happen. And honestly, I don't think it's really anyone's business. I really don't think anybody should be, like, you know, like, nitpicking somebody's, like, basic body characteristics. I feel like it's really weird behavior, and I feel like most people see it that way. Like, most people will be, like, weirded out if some dude, and, like, it's like you'll have a room full of 20 people, right? And then there's this one person who enters the room, and this person's just commenting on people's physical appearances, like, oh, look at your hands, that's so weird, you're not a girl, like, you're not a woman. Or, like, or even without just trans people, like, some dude comes in and starts saying, like, oh, look at this guy, he's, like, doesn't even have a beard, like, that's, like, what a pussy. Like, everybody sees that as like really just weird. Like if you really think about it, like those people, most people find that kind of behavior insufferable. Like most normal people, like reasonable people, most reasonable people will find that behavior absolutely just insufferable. Yeah, the gender police, because you don't match like what a man is supposed to be or what a woman is supposed to be, whatever that means. Yeah, and that's what I did when I was trying to be a man. Like I tried to live as man, and I had all these toxic beliefs over what a man should be, and it's like I was this fake person, and I was really toxic. Maybe not as toxic as I think I was, because I'm really harsh on myself. Most people really liked me, and that was like a huge problem, because it's like I saw myself as this villain. And yeah, I didn't always do the most, I had some issues I'll never get to on stream. And, you know, everybody has skeletons in their closet. I don't need to get into them. I'm sure you have your own skeletons. I'm sure everybody who's a content creator has their own skeletons. They might even be worse than mine. There's people who've like, you know, gone to prison and shit. So, I feel like forgiveness is a basic part of humanity. And that I feel like we should forgive people, especially if they've made changes. And I need to forgive myself, because I've definitely made changes from my early 20s. Yeah, well, that is toxic. Berating yourself for like a perceived lack of masculinity or femininity or whatever, that is toxic. It's toxic to yourself. And it resonates around you too. Like people are affected by it. It's like a negative debuff, or it's like a debuff aura. Like you're debuffing yourself, and then you also get like a slight debuff to everyone who gets near you, because you're being toxic to yourself, and it spills over. Nice kite. Yeah, that was good kiting. When it goes around the edge like that. This is Stardew Valley. Yeah, right now, like I'm really holding on strong, because just because I feel really down right now, like, doesn't mean it's gonna be forever, and I need to have that like consistent over time view of myself. Yeah, I always have trouble like finding the Gordo's task like completion NPC, like walks around. Yeah, I mean, I'm having a rough patch, but it's like it could be a lot worse. And things are getting better. It's just that I have to really stay strong and stop forgetting how much I've progressed. Cause it's like, I got a fucking pussy. What the fuck? It's so easy, but the thing is that, you know, it's a good thing that this is happening, but it's like, it's becoming normal, and I'm like forgetting how big of a deal it is. But that's a good thing, because if it was always like this huge, like, big deal, that would be almost, I mean, obviously it wouldn't be as bad as before the surgery, but it's like the whole purpose of this was so that it would be normal. And so it's a good sign. It's just, I keep forgetting how big of a deal it is. That, like, no matter how bad I feel about my life, at least now I'm like able to work on the other things. Whereas before I was significantly handicapped because I was constantly being weighed down by gender dysphoria. And it's like now I can actually show up to things. I can actually like see myself making friends. It's not happening right away, but it's still happening. That's the thing. That's the really important part of this entire thing. Is that it's gonna scale really nicely because things are gonna work out in the long run. It just doesn't really feel like it is in the short term. The fuck? That guy just died. Yeah, I mean, there's always like gender dysphoria, just like residually. I don't think it's ever gonna fully go away, but I'm gonna say right now, after I had orchiectomy, let me try to like this isn't like one-to-one, but I'm gonna like make a comparison as for like just percentages. Starting HRT and changing my name 5 years ago took about like 20% of the gender dysphoria away. And then over time, it just kind of gradually reduced. And by the time it took about 2 years ago. So like 3 years ago, I mean, 3 years after, I mean, I guess 2.5 years. Let's see. It was in 2022. So I started transitioning in September of 2019. So like 2.5 years or so of HRT and then getting orchiectomy, I would have said that that's like 50% of the dysphoria went down. You know, like over time, gradually with the HRT working and just living my life, like gradually, like a small percentage at a time, going to like almost like a buff, like just gradually like giving me healing over time. And then when I got the orchiectomy, it was like a spike heal, and it went up to 50% reduced. And then when I had facial surgery the year after that, I would say it jumped straight up to like 75% reduced. And then when I got the bottom surgery, I would say like 99% reduced. And now it's just like, I'm just dealing with like, there is always going to be gender dysphoria related to like my hands, my my skeletal structure, like my bigger rib cage, smaller breasts. Even though it's not, see, the way I feel about my breasts is I don't really feel like getting breast augmentation would make a difference for me. I would rather keep my natural breasts that I grew, even though they're smaller. It's more of a body dysmorphia thing. And the cool thing is that even though body dysmorphia is not good, it's very different than gender dysphoria. And so I have to like try to like distinguish that not everything is gender dysphoria, and a surgery is not always the answer. Sometimes just learning how to accept my body is the answer. Yeah, so I would say like 99, as soon as like, it went from 75% to 99% reduced. There's like 1% of stuff like my hands, like my rib cage, my voice even though people say they really like my voice and that it's very feminine. It's definitely improved from where it was 5 years ago. I listened to some of my VODs that like, I have like some stuff that I don't know if I set them to private or not, but I have some archived VODs from when I identified as male, and my voice is significantly different. Like even earlier on in my transition, my voice wasn't at where it is now. Like it's consistently been like getting more like where it should be. And a lot of women I know talk maybe even more masculine than me. So I speak in a pitch range that a lot of women that I know speak. And I also speak in a resonance that sounds like a lot like women I know. Everybody's unique anyway. But I still do get dysphoria about it. I also get dysphoria about like just, you know, maybe it's just no different than like, there are really tall women out there. In fact, I'm not even the tallest woman out there. There are women who are assigned female at birth, you know, who have like the world record for tallest women, and like there's this woman who's like like 7 foot tall, like over 7 feet tall. She's like the tall, like, and she's a professional model. Like, you know, if it's something that you can use to your advantage. Like if you stand out, you use your unique beauty that sets you apart. And it's like it matters what you do with it, not so much like whatever like baseline status it is. And yeah, and there's also just the fact that I do still have memories of being a man, and so that's gender dysphoria just like internalized in my brain from having the life experience of somebody assigned male at birth. But like I said, that's about adding up to like 1%. Like my gender dysphoria is like at like 1% compared to where it was 100% gender dysphoria. Now I only have 1% gender dysphoria. That's significant. Yeah, and everybody's different. Like there's men who are shorter. There's men who are, you know, more slight of build. And there's also like women who are taller. There's women who have smaller breasts. You know, some of it is just like, it's literally just all genetics. Like, you know, it's considered normal and also even like culturally attractive for like Asian women to not have large breasts. Apparently in Asian culture, and like, I don't know so much about this, but like apparently like in Japanese culture, for example, most men find women with large breasts unattractive. Like it's actually like it's too awkward for them. I don't really know if that's the case, but it's like apparently that's a thing. Small butts, yeah, like big butts. It's a cultural thing sometimes, and it's like those can ebb and flow, you know. So it's best not to like. This is why like body altering surgeries are so. it's so important to like really understand if this is really something. Like, this is why it took so long for me to get all my surgeries. It's like I had to make sure that it's something I really needed. Because it's so, like, with something like genital dysphoria, that thing was like that was like non-negotiable. There's no way that was ever going to go away. And the only thing that changed was that I stopped living in denial. That's what changed. I had lived in denial for so many years thinking that it was going to go away. It never did. And some people figure that out earlier. Some people figure that out later. There's some people who go like until they're like 60 years old. There's some people who know when they're like 15 and then they just wait until they're 18. They're not confused at all. I was really confused. So it's like, it's kind of weird that people consider, like, people have like the opposite is generally true of what people's knee-jerk reaction is. People think that somebody who like wants to get like gender confirmation surgery, like especially ones like with like changing their genitals, they seem to think that you're confused. When you finally commit to it, you're the opposite of confused. You know exactly what you need. There's no, I mean, the human capacity for like survival and like especially with like reproductive survival is so strong that you have to have such a compelling negative disorder like gender dysphoria to actually have the brain say that this is wrong. And I don't know why people think that it's like, it's some kind of like rapid onset gender dysphoria. Like, dude, do you know how hard it is even for people who know what they're going through? Like, when I knew I was trans, I was still so far in denial. Like, because the cultural and also even like genetic, like your body, like your genetics want you to stay who you are. But then you have like this deviation with like gender dysphoria that goes against that, and you need to address that in some way. And the easiest way, well, not the easiest, but like the most effective way is to just give into it, because it's just like, that's, you know, I know that like people like say, oh, you should learn how to be okay with your body. You should learn. It's like, this doesn't go away. For the people who have it, it's so rare. It's a deviation. It's a genetic deviation. Some people are born with genetic deviations and then their brain is just not aligned with their body. And that's just a fact of human experience. And we found that the best thing to do is not to ignore it, but to just give into it, because it's like fighting against it is not worth it. And there's no real need to fight against it, because we have the ability to deal with it. And it's like so much easier to just deal with it, because it's like you start hormones, you get surgeries, bam, it's done. Or you could go through a lifetime of constant self-hatred and constantly like, what are you gonna get, like be one of those like super like overzealoted religious fanatics that like every single time they think an impure thought of what they consider to be an impure thought, they'll like torture themselves. Like, what are you gonna live your whole life that way? Like, fuck that. Just give into it. Like, and it's safe, and you know that there's people that are gonna help you through it, and doctors know what they're doing. You know, and you know, obviously there always needs to be research and all that. Yeah, the whole I never really liked the whole you have to learn to love your body thing anyway. Like, not even just about gender stuff. Like, sometimes people just need to get a new nose. Or they want to change their breast size, like either bigger or smaller. Sometimes people want to get body altering surgeries, and it's like, if it makes them feel like their life is worth living, like, why the fuck is it anybody else's business? It makes their life better. Oh, you should just learn how to love your body. Like, fuck that. Maybe reloading, restream. Yeah, you're allowed to change your body any way you like. Now, it does get really kind of, you know, and this is why, this is exactly what the medical practices are doing. There are established ethics of transgender medicine for people under the age of 18. It is because it is such a tender age. However, at least in the United States and a lot of countries, I mean, in a lot of states, you can drive a car at 16. And now a car is like probably one of the most leading causes of death in the United States is death by car accidents. And we allow 16-year-olds to learn how to drive cars. And I think it's crazy to assume that a person who knows that their gender doesn't align with their body, who goes through like very careful assessment and therapy with doctors over years, to think that like, oh well, their frontal lobe isn't fully developed. It's like, dude, you let the same person drive a car, but you can't let them make medical decisions with a doctor and their parents. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me why people have this like cognitive dissonance where they pick and they cherry pick what they allow kids to do. Because it's like, you allow a child, like people will give an iPad to like a 3-year-old. Yeah, customize it like your desktop wallpaper for sure. People give iPads to 3-year-olds. Do you understand how that's like giving opium to a 3-year-old? I was on the train when I went to go see my doctor. I was going over to like the San Francisco area, and I took the train. And while I was waiting for the train, there was some woman, and I feel bad for judging her, but I do kind of judge her. I mean, I think she was doing a good job considering. I think she was weaning her child appropriately, but obviously it's none of my business. People are going to raise their children however they will. But there was this kid, like in a stroller, saying, I want my tablet! I want my tablet! Oh, it's like, what is this, like a 2-year-old? A 2-year-old screaming for a tablet. And she was like, it's low battery right now. We're gonna wait until later. And so I think she was like doing a relatively good job of like at least not like giving in. I don't know if that was actually the case. Like maybe literally it was, just happened to be low battery. But I think that's like delaying the gratification and like not using it as, I mean, but like parents will like give their children iPads or whatever to make them quiet. And it's like, dude, do you not understand what you're doing to that kid's brain? Yeah, they give kids guns in Israel. I mean, I don't know if I can't verify that. I'm going to take your word for it. I mean, you're just a person in my chat, so you could be wrong. If I just accept every single thing people in my chat say without doing any research, that's kind of a slippery slope. But I'm going to assume that you're not. That's pretty accurate. Like, there are countries where children below the age of 12 are given guns, and that's like a fact. So it's like, don't tell me that a child who has struggled with even like understanding what is going on with them, and then they finally understand what it is, and then they work with a therapist, and then they slowly, like when the time is right, are like, okay, like we're gonna give you puberty blockers, and they're known to be safe. They don't cause permanent side effects. They delay puberty, and as soon as you stop them, you can start puberty again. Now, there are some issues where if people get bottom surgery soon after stopping, like, because it'll just take longer for yourself to go through puberty. And there is an issue where if people get surgery right when they turn 18, from male to female bottom surgery, they didn't go through male puberty to enlarge their penile tissue or whatever. And so there won't be enough skin, or there won't be enough tissue to make a large, to use. Like, there'll be less tissue because they didn't go through male puberty. And so usually, like, if somebody wanted, if that were a problem for someone, they could wait like a year or two or whatever, to start going through male puberty. But like the whole point of puberty blockers is so you don't have to have permanent body changes like I had to go through. That's the whole purpose, is so you don't have the gender dysphoria that lasts with you no matter how much estrogen you take, no matter how many surgeries you take. I can't change my hands. My hands are going to be like, you know, more masculine for the rest of my life, most likely, unless there's like, you know, significant advances in medicine. But like, it seems like really dangerous. If, you know, it seems like a much more dangerous surgery if there were something that would that was close. Yeah, I understand. I mean, this is why, you know, luckily I can never have kids since orchiectomy. And honestly, probably since like the years went by of being on estrogen. But like, you know, I can never have kids. I don't have a uterus. Obviously can't make sperm. So I can't have biological children. Thank God. I would never want to have kids, and I can never even possibly imagine how stressful raising kids can be. So I understand, like, some parents might want to just give their kids an iPad to make them quiet. But it's just kind of sad that, like, this 2-year-old was hopelessly addicted to having a computer screen. That's scary. And these are the same people most likely who are against like a 12-year-old starting puberty blockers, which are very safe. And puberty blockers have been used since like the 70s for like non-transgender reasons. So I don't understand. Like, these people lack basic science and like basic like critical thinking. Yeah, play the fucking game. I am playing the game, dude. Chill. What are you talking about? We're literally farming a quest for a notched rib. Bad haircut needs one more. Or, I mean, I needed one more, I guess. Oh, I got level 7. I got my wand now. Gotta skill up. Yeah, that saves a lot of mana. Because I don't have to constantly be using smite. Yeah, wands are a huge upgrade. Yeah, it saves a lot of mana. Yeah, take care of yourself, Mux. Thanks for stopping by. I really enjoyed the conversation. Like, yeah, things are sometimes upsetting, but I don't run away from upsetting topics. You know, I got my own safe space in my own head. I don't, you know, I'm not super fragile. You know, sometimes things are difficult, and, you know, I feel like a lot of people try to run away from difficult things in today's age. And I feel like it's more important now than ever to really become more resilient as people, as like as a species. Like, people are just like run away from things that that makes them uncomfortable. And it's like, face it head on. Like, if something makes you uncomfortable, accept it. Not everything is gonna feel good all the time. And it makes the things that do feel good that much more meaningful, I feel. Okay, we gotta get the Blumpkins. Alright, dude. Take this. Yeah, this fire wand, I got really lucky when I got that on my warrior. Super rare drop, most likely. Oh, it's Tirisfal? I've been calling it Tristful this whole time. It's Tirisfal. I've been calling it Tristful. Like Tristfall. It's Tirisfal Glades. Yikes. I just realized it's Tirisfal and not Tristfal. Yeah, we shifted it to another universe. Maybe the original universe was Tristfall, and we just shifted over to one where it's Tirisfal. Me and Bad Haircut shifted together to another universe. It rarely happens. Maybe it happens all the time. Or sometimes you shift over to another universe with like multiple people. But then you get separated again at a certain point. Yeah, getting those blumpkins. Getting the blumpkins. Blumpkin time. Getting the blumpkins. Hit check has reached level 60. Kicking ass. Yeah, Priest and Warlock. Yeah, if we can find a tank to group up with this, like long term, then we'll be able to get dungeons like really nice. A paladin is actually the best tank? I mean, I assume that. But I thought warrior would have been the best. Oops. Oh, so druid tank is going to be the easiest. Oh, paladin is alliance only. Oh no. I forgot to set heart that brill. Now I have to run even for it was not that far, but still. Gotta run an extra minute. So yeah, yeah, Horde doesn't get Paladin. Yeah, I could have sworn Tauren could have been... Oh, Blood Elves, yeah. Yeah, because like EverQuest has like time-locked progression servers. I feel like WoW should do that. Like now that they're kind of like, they've been doing kata for a while, but like if they're gonna move on with progression servers, they like every couple of expansions they should go back to Burning Crusade with a new one and then continue with the like just keep. Oh, or Season of Discovery might do that. Yeah, I don't really know what I know. It's like that would be so cool if they just kept doing new progression servers, like EverQuest does. Because EverQuest, I don't play EverQuest, but I know that they have time-locked progression servers, where every now and then they'll start over a server, and they'll move it on periodically, and then like they'll start a new server with starting from the vanilla, and like I feel like they should do that with WoW, because it's like I missed out on like Burning Crusade and stuff. Yeah, so we might be able to, that haircut has 2.5 hours. Hopefully we can get to just finish out all the quests in Tearsfall. And get ourselves to Orgrimmar. And then I'll end the stream, most likely. Beware the living. Kind of just turn some turn-ins and just kind of chilling, gathering myself a little bit. Yeah, and bad haircut. Just gotta be right back. Oh no, I think that's downstairs in the inn. I should set my Hearthstone here. Because I didn't before. Oops. Fugazi has reached level 60. Fugazi. Oh, I'm capped on ones. Got some Chrono Cross. Oh. Nice, level 8. I'm probably gonna have a lot easier of a time playing priest than warrior, honestly. I got a wand too. Yeah, it also gets fire damage. Or is that from Warlock? No, that's from Warlock, not from me. I was thinking that I was also causing immolate. Okay, Scarlet Missionaries and Scarlet Insignia Ring. Nice, got Captain Perrin. Hareen! What is this? Wheel of Time? Wheel of Time? The Wheel of Time? Ooh, I still need 4 more pelts. Okay, just one more. Just need one more. Yeah, the bastards don't want to drop it. Ouch. Ah, still hasn't dropped a dusk pelt. Just one more. One more dusk pelt. Dusk bat pelt. Dusk bat pelt. Dusk bat pelt. Dusk bat pelt. No loot. Not yet. No, not yet. Jesus Christ. Finally. I could probably do herbalism and alchemy. But I don't know. Possibly. What server you on? Defias Pillager. Hardcore WoW. Welcome Don Prawn. Don Pronald. That's a funny name. I gotta get spells. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit mentally blurry right now. Probably a good idea to call it. Okay, let's get my okay, I got renew. Amazing spell. Well, I got 45 silver, so I can get all this. I got powered shield. I got renew. I need 2 smite. And fade. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we died earlier. I got my level 14 warrior died, unfortunately. And so did Bad Haircuts Priest. It was like level 18. But now we're Priest and Warlock. Hopefully do better this time. I think it was a pretty good stream. Like I said earlier, you know, things sometimes right before things get better, they get to their worst, okay? And like things are really moving forward with me in my life. Maybe obviously I can't control much about like the country. I can't control much about like the government and like whatever politics stuff is going on. Can't really do much about that. But I can eat a cookie, okay? Okay, I can eat a cookie. You go on a cookie chat? Chat, you want a cookie? You want a cookie, chat? Here's a cookie. Okay, it's a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie. Okay, you want a cookie, chat? Here you go. Have a cookie. Have a cookie, chat. But you know, I'm showing up to my life and things are moving forward, and sometimes just playing video games is probably the best thing I can do. I only play it as long as I enjoy it. I'm trying to rewire my brain to be more introspective, to try to think more of like positively rather than immediately go into negatives. And I'm also trying to do things because I want to rather than because I think I need to. That's actually like a big deal for me. Because I do a lot of things where it's like I need to build a career because I need income because I don't want to be homeless. Like those are things that I'm like, I'm reacting to things rather than like moving forward in a much more effective way, honestly. Like if my goal is to build a career and make income and not be homeless, I should not be doing things just because I think I need to be doing them. I need to be doing things because it's something I truly like want to do, because in the long term it takes better care of me. Like I shouldn't play video games just because I feel like it'll make me feel better. And on the flip side, I shouldn't just like try to, you know, pursue something just because I think that the end result is helpful. I should be doing things because it's like I truly want to be doing this, and then I develop a routine and a schedule because I know that even if I don't always enjoy it in the moment, I have a longer term goal that I know I will enjoy it. And, you know, like pursuing my modeling career and such. There's a reason why it's not just because of like some end result. It's not because of like I want money. It's because I really feel like that's like it's something I really want to do. I want to like really like love myself and love my body. But don't get it twisted. Every now and then you could still eat a cookie. Okay, I won't let myself fall into that trap where I end up having an eating disorder. I mean, I'm not getting that thick, okay? Like, I'm pretty skinny. I need more meat in my bones. I'm almost an undead myself. Anyway, I think things are gonna work out. And I'm gonna go on a walk, in a bit. You know, take care of your health, you know, but also just do things. I'm trying to do things because I enjoy them rather than because I think I need to be doing them. It's like, sometimes those align like really nicely. Like those can align, but it doesn't mean that like I should always be doing things. That should not be the center of my decision making, because I want to avoid being poor. I want to avoid being homeless. That's like a less effective mindset. A more effective mindset is like, what do I truly love? What am I truly passionate about? What things do I enjoy doing? What things brings me joy and keeps me recharged and keeps me wanting to wake up and work every morning? That's how I need to be thinking. And a lot of times they align, and it's just more effective if I